So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's beta has been out for like a week maybe. I'm not really sure exactly how long, but I played it over the weekend and I probably should have recorded more of it, but I only recorded one match, so that's all that's going to be shown. But anyways, in this video I'm just going to talk about what I think of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta, and there's no script for this video. I'm just going to go just my thoughts on this beta, and let me tell you, I think it's I don't think it's that like exceptional, honestly. It's just kind of I mean, I played it and it's just kind of there. It's just something to play. It's nothing special, really. Nothing. It's not as good as I thought it might have been. Change that, actually. Change that. It's not as good as I kind of expected it or kind of wanted it to be, is what I should say. Not just, I don't know. It's kind of like Vanguard. I played Vanguard beta and it was trash. It wasn't really that good, so I didn't. That was the first Call of Duty game I didn't get, and this is going to be the second Call of Duty game that I don't get. And I just want to say, all the other previous Modern Warfares, including the 2019, the Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, I liked all of those Modern Warfares. And 2019's Modern Warfare I thought was really good, and I thought Call of Duty was turning around and making a little comeback. But you know, this game, Modern Warfare 2, it's not really Modern Warfare 2022. It's not even as good as 2019's Modern Warfare. So that's where we're gonna start it. It's not even as good so far with the beta. It's not even as good as 2019's Modern Warfare. And some of the main problems that I have are map design. I don't think there's like one map out of all the maps that I actually really like. And all the other maps, I don't really like them. I mean, they look alright, they look okay, but they feel so terrible to play on, especially Museum. Museum, you play like Team Deathmatch, Domination on that map, and it's just, the map is way too big. Like, I'm okay with bigger Call of Duty maps, but that map is just way too big. There is so much space in that map that hardly anybody uses, and it's just overly big. There's just too much space in that map. It just doesn't feel right for Call of Duty. And in my opinion, Call of Duty is the reason I play Call of Duty is to get some fast-paced, arcade-style action gameplay. And this game is more like Battlefield to me than, it's like a worse version of Battlefield to me than it is like Call of Duty. And that's not what I want when I play a Call of Duty game. Like, if I play Ground War, I feel like I'm playing a worse version of Battlefield Conquest mode. And when I play, you know, Team Deathmatch or Domination, some of the maps like Museum, take Museum for example, just feels like I'm playing Battlefield I'm playing Domination or Team Deathmatch in Battlefield on the smaller versions of the Battlefield maps. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Call of Duty, and something just feels off about it, and playing that game actually made me want to go play Battlefield instead. But let's move on from the maps and stuff like that. The gunplay, the guns in this game, they feel great in my opinion. The guns, they feel great, they look great. I don't know, this always sounds bad out of context, but shooting people and killing people in this game is very satisfying, as it always is in Call of Duty, and it feels good to get kills and run around and move and stuff. The movement feels great. Well, actually, the movement feels great for the most part, except for one part, the speed. You feel so slow in this game. I don't know if it's just me, but like, I feel so slow playing this Call of Duty. I feel like I'm just walking at a snail's pace when I'm running, and it just feels like the slowest Call of Duty game I've ever played in my life. And I know you can, like, I guess switching to a pistol you move faster, and then having a bigger gun you move slower, which I guess it's more realistic, but I'm not thinking about that in a Call of Duty game. It just feels weird to me in a Call of Duty game, to be honest. Like, it works in other games, but in this game, Call of Duty at its best is an arcade style shooter. I don't know why it changed from that. Like, it's always been, the multiplayer has always been a arcade style shooter. That's kind of always how it's been most of the time. And I know, like, there's realistic settings in the Call of Duty games, but you never had this, like, super realistic multiplayer. It wasn't like Battlefield. You know, Battlefield's more realistic and more tactical, and this is more arcade style, and they're just, like, I don't know, it's just feeling more, they're just changing it, and it feels more like they want it to be more tactical and more competitive and more leaning towards those things, where I just want a casual, fun, arcade style shooter, and that's not what I'm getting with Modern Warfare 2 beta, at least. I also don't like the UI of this game. I know I heard Dr. Disrespect. He was like, everything feels good about this game except for skill-based matchmaking. And, you know, skill-based matchmaking kind of sucks in my opinion. I feel like there should be a casual mode and a ranked mode. And casual mode, it should just include everybody, and in ranked mode, it should include, you know, people, it should match you with your rank and people only of your rank. Hunt Showdown has this even, like, it has, you can compete with people that are, you know, based on your rating, your MMR, your match rating, and you can turn that off, and then it could be just anybody. You never know who's going to be in your match, and both need to be in Call of Duty, in my opinion. And this game just has skill-based matchmaking right away. Just casual mode is no longer really a thing. It's just kind of like you're playing ranked all the time, except for without rank. And the matches, oh my goodness, the matches, they get so sweaty. Every single match, it's just so sweaty. Like, I had a whole team, and a whole enemy team, one match. We still won, but the whole enemy team had shotguns and mines and claymores, and it was on the hotel map by the elevator, and they would just sit in this one room the entire match. They would place mines in the corners, they would sit there with their shotguns aimed at the angles, and then this guy even placed a claymore on the ladder and then laid down on top of it. I don't know why you would lay down on top of your claymore, it'll blow you up. But he just did that, the whole team did that, and every time they would die, we would kill them, they would run back to that room to place another mine and sit in a corner with the shotgun. Like, that is not fun. How do you find that fun? And like all that, they played the most boring way possible, just sitting in a room basically the whole match. They played the most boring way possible, and they still lost. So I don't know, what are you getting out of just sitting in a room? Like a couple easy kills, just sitting in the corner waiting for someone to turn it? Another thing that I think is terrible is the UI. It's just, I mean, I don't even know how to describe really what I dislike about the UI, but I just really dislike this UI. It just seems like, I don't know, it just seems it's not really complicated, but it's like you're over complicating simple things. Like, just to even make your loadout, at first I was sitting there for a few seconds because it is different, and I'm like, what, I only got one loadout? But then you got to click the plus to create a new loadout, and then, I don't know, the UI just seems stupid and counterintuitive to me, and just creating your class is not just, it's not as good as Modern Warfare 2019. And one thing I don't understand about Call of Duty is they have good parts of the game, like Modern Warfare 2019, its create a class and everything like that was good. So why do you, it's good, so you think you would just keep it and add on to it, but no, it's like this with every Call of Duty. They just have to change everything. Like the perk system, I don't even know how many times the perk system has changed in Call of Duty. Like, it was good at one point, then it was great at one point, and then it was bad, and then it was really bad, and then you just got some weird, and it's just like, why do you keep changing it every game? It doesn't need to be changed. You have a great perk system before, use it. This perk system now, I don't like it. These perk packages, It's just, it seems stupid to me. And then I think it's dumb to, like, you have these, like, I don't even know what you call them, abilities, I guess. You can do DDoS, drop your shield, call in a recon drone, and it, like, recharges every once in a while. And dead silence is in there. It's like Warzone, you know. It's not a perk, it's an ability that you use. Like, I think that's also stupid. I think dead silence should be in perks, and I think all the perks should be, you know, it should, I like the perk system I like the most is the pick 3 perk system. You had, like, Black Ops 2, you have 3 perks, like 3 slots for perks. You can get like a wild card to get more, or, you know, something to get like 3 more perks. But, you know, you have 3 slots for perks and 3 different categories for perks. That's my favorite perk system. Let me know yours in the comments below. But I don't like this new one. I do like Gunsmith 2.0. I like that. It's nice to customize. You can customize like every piece of your weapon, and I like that. I like gun customization. It's cool. The operator, choosing your operator, your character and stuff is fine. The kill streaks, like some of the kill streaks, they're basically, most of the kill streaks, if not all the kill streaks, are from previous Call of Duties, but somehow some of them are worse now than they were in previous Call of Duties. Like the Wilson, it's just this thing that has a gun on it. You call it in as a kill streak and you shoot at enemies, and then you stop. When you stop controlling it acts like a sentry gun, which I think is stupid. It's kind of a downgrade, because I remember it was in Black Ops 2, I'm pretty sure. I think it was called the Cerberus or something like that, and you could control it, and it was, you know, you shoot and you can kill people, and when you let go, when you stop controlling it and let the AI control it, it would still drive around and shoot at people. In this game, you stop driving it around and it just sits there, and it's like the most useless thing ever, because it just sits there, and when it sits there, it's an easy target and it just gets blown up right away. Or at least that's how it felt when I used it. I used it multiple times, and every time it went into sentry gun mode, it was just useless. I don't like Invasion, the mode Invasion, because not only is it full of bots, so the bots are just, you know, it doesn't feel good to kill a bot. You want to kill the other players, and so then you'll get distracted by these bots, and it's like Ground War, but with bots and just a worse version of Ground War. So Ground War is somewhat fun, but when I play that, it just makes me want to play Battlefield, and it's just like a smaller, worse version of Battlefield. So, you know, that's not the mode that grips me. And then, you know, normal Call of Duty modes like Domination, Team Deathmatch, Hardpoint. I really like Hardpoint. I used to play Hardpoint all the time, and Hardpoint's one of my favorite modes, along with Demolition. Demolition is my favorite mode in these multiplayer type of games. But the maps, the slow movements, just every match being so sweaty, you just have to play like just super sweaty all the time. You have to peek corners, you have to mount on walls and stuff. You can't just run around and just mess around with weapons and stuff and just have a casual match. If you want to do good in this game, you know, you're gonna have to just sweat and play like you're in Search and Destroy like all the time, or in some ranked mode. It just gets boring, honestly. And just that's really my overall experience. Like the multiplayer, yes, you can have fun in it, and it can be fun at times, but previous Call of Duties have had better multiplayer. The 2019's multiplayer was better already. Like 2019, I had more fun in the 2019 multiplayer beta than I had fun in this beta. And so the multiplayer mode's not really gripping me, and so the only 2 other modes that I can think of, the DMZ mode or whatever it's called, that mode I don't care about at all. The campaign is something I do care about, and it's probably going to be one of the best modes of the game. I hope, at least, because I really like 2019's campaign. And Spec Ops mode, It's probably gonna be terrible because 2019's Spec Ops mode was complete garbage. I mean, I wish I had a recording of when I first played it. Like the AI, when I was playing the wave-based mode, they literally just did circles. Circles. I was on top of a building, they would just do circles. They would climb up the ladder, go down a little bit, jump over a wall, go around the wall, go back up the ladder, fall down the ladder, jump over the wall, and they would just repeat that circle over and over again, and I would just stand there and watch it. So that mode was complete garbage. It was nothing like Modern Warfare 3's or Modern Warfare 2's Spec Ops mode. Those Spec Ops mode were fun, or yeah, both of them were fun, and Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops mode is one of my favorite modes. Side modes in Call of Duty. So those are really the only two modes that I would be interested in at this point, because as of right now, maybe it will change, though I really doubt it, because most of the time when you're playing a beta, let's be honest here, when you play the beta, you're basically playing the full game just with less content. I mean, the gameplay itself, the gameplay loop is basically the same, and it's going to be the same amount of polish. I mean, the game's coming out next month. It's not going to change a whole lot. It's like that every Call of Duty release. Not to mention the main mode that really everyone plays in Call of Duty now, Warzone, the most popular Call of Duty mode, the only thing that really kept Call of Duty, you know, so popular right now. And it's Warzone 2.0 is going to come out like November, and it's going to be free to play, I assume, at least, because Warzone is. So Warzone 2 is probably going to be free to play, and that's where really everyone's going to play. And I know, just like Vanguard and Cold War, the multiplayer is pretty much just so you can level up weapons for Warzone, and that's probably all this game's multiplayer is going to be, unless they really do change something. Not to mention, the game's standard edition is now $70 instead of $60, because some games, some AAA games are doing that now, and that's just stupid, especially with most of the games that are charging the $70 now are the games that put in the lowest amount of effort. Like, you have Madden and NBA 2K 2023 now, or whatever, and those games, I know we're not here to talk about those games, but those games are charging $70 now, and those are like the least amount of effort put into a game possible. Those games are literally copy and paste every single year, kind of like Call of Duty, but Call of Duty changes way more than those other two games, let me tell you. Otherwise, if Call of Duty didn't change, you know, so drastically, there wouldn't be bad ones and good ones. There would just be mediocre ones, because they would all be the same, which would make none of them special. But yeah, overall, this game isn't exciting me so far. Maybe it's exciting you, maybe you, I don't know what you think about this Call of Duty, but you know, hopefully if you spent your $70, almost $100 on this game, or $100, because you can spend $100 on this game, hopefully you at least found it really fun and good yourselves, and hopefully it gets better when the game does release. And also, there's also already a ton of cheaters. Like, I can't even believe that. Like, it's beta. The beta was out for like 5 days, and there's already people cheating in the beta, which is crazy to me. Like, why are you even cheating in the beta? It doesn't even make any sense. But anyway, so you're spending at least $10 more on this game than you did Modern Warfare 2019, and you know, they're gonna have everything that the other Call of Duties have. So on top of spending $70, you got like $10 for a battle pass every season, and then you got tons of microtransactions where it's like you get skins for $20. So you know, there's a whole lot of money to be wasted in this game. I'm you know, betting you that for sure. They're definitely not going to take out any of that stuff. First off, $20 for skins, I just want to say, is kind of ridiculous, especially when you're charging $70 for a game. Like, that's outrageous. Anyways, I got nothing else to say, really. I got nothing else to say that I can think of, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you didn't, I guess hit that dislike button, because you can do whatever you want to do. And let me know in the comments below what you think of Modern Warfare 2's beta. or what you think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be like. Is it bad to you? Is it mediocre to you? Or is it good to you? Tell me whatever you think it is. I did a poll earlier. Let me check that. Let me click on that real quick. I did a poll earlier, and so far it has 17 votes, and most people that have voted in the poll that I posted on YouTube have said that this Modern Warfare 2 so far has been mediocre or bad. Though that's the highest percent. So 65% of people have said that it's mediocre / bad, and 35% has said that the game is good so far. So, let me know your thoughts below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.